As you guys can see, this would divide my page up into quarters. If I make a box, let's just make a frame so you can see, that is my area that I'm going to design in. I'm just going to add some color in there. Can you guys see how that's like in a quarter of the page? You can have things outside of those guides, but basically this is where you're going to want the bulk of your content. Because when we fold this and staple it, we're going to trim off the edges to make this booklet, and we're going to be trimming off like probably about 1/8 to 1/4 inch off that edge. So even though you can have color, shapes, you know, maybe some big images that go off the side of your margins, keep all of your text and anything you don't want to get cut off inside those margin areas. So what we're going to show you guys today is how to set up your document and how to use the master pages. So this will be the first one. So I'm going to do new file. We're going to make it 4 pages. We're going to make it 2 columns, and we're going to put a 1-inch gutter. Remember, there's 6 picas per inch. I could put 1 IN and it'll convert it to picas. So you don't necessarily have to remember that. You can always just put in 1 inch. All right, so here we go. As you see, this is just a 2-column thing. What I want to do is not to put my guides. See how like I can put guides, you know, by dragging from the ruler in there. But then if I go to my pages, let's open up my pages view right here. It won't show up on all my pages. So what we're going to do is this thing called master pages. So I'm going to delete those. If you can see where my cursor is, where it says A master, your panel might be in a different place, but what you're going to want to do is double click. All right, whatever I put on these pages, so I'm just going to put a thing here. Whatever I put on those 2 pages, these are facing pages, it will show up on my entire document. If I double click on a page, it will take me to that page. So do you guys see how that works? So for a master page, it's really nice if you have background colors, if you have background shapes or things that you want on every page, like maybe you want a pattern on every page going down the side of the page, you're going to want to put it on the master page. And it's automatically locked down so it doesn't get in your way. All right, I'm going to double click the A master. I'm going to delete that. What we're going to do is show you right now is how to put the guides on. All right, so the vertical guides, I'm going to click in that little black area, which is the ruler, and I'm just going to pull it to the middle. Okay, this is where our pages are going to fold, and like that. So now if I click on any of my pages down the line, pages 1 through 4, we have that division. All right. I'm going to click on the horizontal guide, and I want to show you something. In the upper left-hand corner of my screen, you can see an X and Y coordinate over there. Let me undo that. So if I grab the vertical one, that's an X coordinate. X goes horizontally. All right. So the Y is the vertical one. So we want to split this page exactly in half. So you can either go to 5.5 inches, which is half of 11, or half of 66 picas, which is 33 picas. So I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to just type in 33 and hit tab. Now that line is perfectly at the halfway point. I do want to show you one more thing about the guides, and then we're done with this part. If I pull inside my document, it doesn't go all the way across. Do you guys see that? So what you really want to do is you want to pull it outside of your document bounds. I'm going to drag this off. Hold on a second. There we go. If you go outside of your document bounds, that guide will go across all of your pages. Can you guys see that? So this one I want to put at 30. And this one I want to put at 30, or I want to do another one. Oops. And I want to put it at 36. So just to reiterate, these are now all 1/2 inch margins. So I don't know if that makes sense, you guys, but see how there's 3 divisions? vertically and 3 divisions horizontally. So if I wanted to put something that is perfectly centered in the page, it would go right there. All right? And that's how you do the guides. So now if I go to page 1 and start to do my layout, all those guides are there. The end.